Well, hello, my soul friends. It is Victoria, the soul nurturer, and in this case, an intuitive astrologer offering you my take on the new moon in Libra happening on September 25th at 2:54 p.m. Pacific time. Adjust accordingly to wherever you are. Um, right now, you can tell I have a different background here. Um, I'm in Whistler, Canada for my anniversary celebrating love. So I'm going to tie this in and what I'm going to talk about with this Libra new moon. We just had the autumn equinox equinox on September 22nd. And I think I want to start there because to me, this is key to Libra season and relationships, which is what Libra season is all about. So, first of all, happy birthday, happy solar return, Libra friends out there. Comment below if it's your birthday season, and I'd love to wish you a happy, joyous, personal new year. So, um, so what do we know? And I meant to do this video on or before the equinox, but planning to get away and life is busy. And so here I am the day before the new moon, covering both the equinox and the new moon. So I love the autumn equinox. And I'm so intrigued that so many people, especially friends that I know in the Pacific Northwest who live really close to nature, have chosen this for their anniversary date. And it's intriguing. As we met on September 21st. My husband and I, our love story began 20 years ago, and we committed to each other on September 21st. And maybe this will inspire some of you out there. Relationships are the best classrooms for and mirrors for seeing yourself and healing yourself, right? So we had two major breakups. The second one, I was like, okay, I am going to dig in deep into my woundedness connected to relationships, and I'm going to reconfigure relationships, and I'm going to learn about what a healthy relationship looks like. And so we've known each other 20 years, but we just got married 3 years ago. So but I really want to speak to that, especially during Libra season, just coming out of Virgo season, where we were called to do our healing, called to, Virgo shines a big light on what's not working everywhere. We see everything, and we're still in that cycle right now because we're in, we've got 6 planets in retrograde, including Mercury, and we still have a number of planets in Virgo. So that really, oh, I guess I'll say critical, just really discerning lens is on areas of our life like relationships. Yeah, Mercury's in Virgo, Venus is in Virgo, and we're just coming out of Virgo season where, um, we were just paying, we were brought to closer awareness of what we needed to pay attention to. Let's say that. In preparation for moving into Libra season, which is more about connecting with others, more about relationship, but we can't learn the lessons of relationship with self and taking care of self because they're vital in a relationship. So we're in Whistler celebrating our anniversary, and we drove up on the autumn equinox, and I love that. I love that day, and I love that so many people that I know personally chose that as their anniversary date because it is, it's equal light and night, I guess, day and night, 12 hours of day and 12 hours of night, equal, balanced relationships, right? And so I want to talk about that with this season here after I go over some Libra characteristics. I like to cover like what's the energy of Libra, and to honor when there's a new moon, when the sun and the moon come together. There's this, the sun masculine and the moon feminine coming together in relationship, and highlighting the Libra energy. So I like to go over what Libras are like in general and the energy of Libra in general, because we get to borrow it. We get to kind of like, okay, whatever season we're in, whatever, month we're in, whatever sign we're in, with whatever the sun is in, it invites us to that energy. The moon and the sun together. Moon is emotion. Sun is, like our energy, our life force. So Libra, any Libras out there, comment below. Let me know if it's your birthday season, and happy birthday season to you. Happy personal new year. And so let's talk about, what do we know about Libras? So Libra is the seventh sign in the zodiac, and it is ruled by Venus. And it's the first shift, if we're looking at a chart, from the first six planets and the first six houses in a chart. Libra rules the seventh house, is like moving into the social connection, relationships. The other houses are foundational to our personal being and our stability, our foundation, our essence, so that we can connect and bring our gifts to others and contribute to others. And seventh house is about others and partnership and relationships. It's not just intimate relationships. It is about, just being mirrors to one another. And Libra is ruled by Venus, so it's all about love. It's an air sign, a cardinal sign, so it's all about new beginnings and change, and that's what a new moon is in general. As we move out of the balsamic phase, that the dark moon phase, where we're really much more inner and reflective, especially with all of these planets in retrograde, 6 planets in retrograde, including Mercury. So this has been a time of really reviewing and reflecting, and especially this is a natural cycle just before the new moon, where we're turned in, we're kind of gathering up like what we've been doing and where we're at, and what's wanting to be brought to the light. What do we want to cultivate? What do we want to set intention with? This is where we are now with the new moon. So I'm going to get into that more as I talk more about this lovely energy of Libra. Think about Libras that you know, and what you feel when you're around them, or just feel. This is what I like to teach you when I do these videos. This is how I learn more about astrology. Each cycle, when the sun shifts from Virgo to Libra, and we have this balancing energy coming. What do you notice? What happens within your being and your body and your energy? And when the moon goes into Libra, what is that? Just tracking the moon cycles is really important, not only from new moon to the balsamic moon, but the moon moves from each sign, a different sign every 2.5 days. And so we get to feel that inner emotional energy. The moon is connected to our emotions, right? And our unconscious. But for me, it's just when your moon, when you have a lunar return, which happens every month, for you, like I have a Leo moon. So when the moon goes into Leo, when it's transiting into Leo, that's called a lunar return. And I feel so joyous and outgoing and just my silly, playful self. When the moon was just in Virgo a couple of days ago, and that would have been the 23rd, 22nd, I was more pulled in. I was more focused on the details of my life, as many people can be, because we're borrowing that energy to unfold ourselves, our soul, our potential, our purpose. So let's get back to Libras. Okay, Libras are loquacious, and so I'm feeling very Libra-like. Libras, gosh, they're just charming, beautiful people, and the energy is beautiful. It's all about, remember, connected to Venus, harmony, balance, beauty, mediation, equality, peace, artistry. A lot of Libras are beautiful artists, or have beautiful voices, and they're great singers. They're great writers or lyricists, or poets. They're the romantics. And there's all about, and there's, a lot of intelligence too, like really high, just awareness, emotional intelligence, I would say. Um, and they're again the mediator, a really fair judge. Why? Because they can see both sides. Their symbol is the scale. So you've got these two sides, and this is why Libras get a bad rap of being indecisive. Why? Because they can see both sides so clearly. And my son is in the ninth house, um, and oh, never mind. I'm just going off on something else. Scratch that, edit that. Oh, I don't have an editor. Oh, well. Anyway, I feel very Libra-like sometimes. And these are the peacekeepers. These are the ones who, again, can see both sides. And remember, though, back to the scale, two sides of the scale. But where is the strength in the scale? The center. The center. So this is a time for us to come back to our center, to find balance. And to learn from our Libra friends. I was thinking about, I used to love to play this game when I was younger, learning astrology. I like to guess the sign of the person, and often I would guess the moon, or typically I could figure out part of the primal triad. Do you know what the primal triad is? It is the sun, the moon, and the rising when you were born. So I used to be really good at that. I mean, I still am, but I don't play that game anymore because I'm so much more deeper into the details of astrology and the nuances of it, that I might be feeling more of a transit going on for them, and that's just my intuition. But I used to be able to, like Libra, if someone has a beautiful smile or dimples, 9 times out of 10, I could guess they were a Libra, or they had a Libra moon or something. So just they're really beautiful people. I think of like the women. Libra feminine energy is very goddessy, just ethereal and beautiful, and they make everything beautiful. Libras, women can be like interior decorators, or doing something to beautify the body or mind or soul, writing poetry and song, and they're just wanting to beautify the world. And men are very romantic, or the masculine is just a very gentle, loving presence. So, okay, but I want to focus on for this time right now. And again, I invite you. What's been going on with you? Where have you been? What have you been feeling? What have you been struggling with? Challenged by? I love that you can see my shadow in this right there. I'm doing a lot of shadow work these days. I'm having a personal transit. I wonder if anyone out there is a Capricorn rising, specifically 26 degrees Capricorn. Do you know what that means if you follow astrology? That's right. Pluto is sitting on my ascendant. And so Pluto is drawing so much out of me right now that I need to see more shadow, more healing, more, just what I need to see to rise to my power and purpose. So I'm curious if there's anyone with late degree Capricorn rising, 26 degrees specifically, because I feel you. Okay. All right. So, how have you been feeling with all these planets in retrograde, especially Mercury? Mercury gets a bad rap, and surely you might have been tracking that. Yeah, computer issues, glitches with electronics, phones, messaging, people saying, "I sent you a message, you didn't get it." No, did you send a message? Yes, I did. Communication kind of wonky, but it also, all retrogrades come with such a gift. Slow down, review, revisit. So because the energy is now moving into relationships, beautiful time to revisit. What have you learned about relationships? What did you used to do that you're called to do something different and to practice something new? This is a really, really important thing, especially because we still have the Saturn square Uranus, and it's moving into its last third or final round of the exactitude of that aspect. So we've been working with this for 2 years now. This constant awareness of, this isn't working anymore. What could work better, individually and collectively? So we've been working hard to look at what's not working in our lives, making important changes to better ourselves, to better our health, our body, our being, our business, our relationships. And that's where the energy is right now with relationships. So I wanted just to use two words that are kind of archetypal Libra to zoom in at this time for us. And that is balance, keyword balance. Remember that scale, and relationships. And really just to check in with your body in this moment, you might just breathe in and just feel in, being present to your body, your being, this relationship that you have with your body, this relationship you have with your soul, this relationship you have with everything externally in your world, your partner, your children, your life. And really be honest. Where are you out of balance? And this is an important place to look because, and for me, I'm having some health issues right now, and I've had become more aware of how out of balance I was in terms of focusing on my spiritual development, focusing on others, focusing on learning and growing, and not so much my body. A lot of reasons for that. A lot of people who have trauma in your background, you unconsciously disassociate from your body, okay? Until you can no longer disassociate when it gets louder and says, you better pay attention now. I'm kind of in one of those moments right now. So to be honest, I identified where I'm out of balance, so I'm coming back into balance. That is a healing principle, homeostasis, balance. So where are you out of balance? In your relationships, this is the look, relationship with self, relationship with your soul compared to your physicalness. Are you feeding your soul but not taking care of your body? Or are you taking care of your body and not paying attention to your soul? Out of balance. Are you in a relationship where you're giving more than you're receiving, or receiving more than you're giving? This is the real invitation to look through that filter. If you're dealing with your body, there's a really easy way to balance when you're out of balance here. Are you eating more, taking in more food than you are expelling energy? It's like, what's that quick fitness tip, which is eat less, move more. What's your ratio? What's your balance to eating and expending energy? So this is a time also to just find your center. Remember the scale, come back to the center. There's a lot of aspects going on that are inviting us to really ground, but we need to ground because we've got more lessons to learn. Who's tired of lessons? I mean, we're just really, it's a more calm time, but we're still in our Earth school learning some important lessons so we can evolve to our highest and greatest yet to be, individually, collectively, and with the mirror of relationships. Relationships are the great, bright mirror that shows us, reflects back to us, ourself. Remember that 95% of what you're seeing in someone else and judging and reacting to is a projection. You're seeing yourself externalized in the other people or person or your partner. And so we have some other aspects I'll just go over real quick, like Venus is trine Venus trine Pluto. Venus, planet of love. Pluto is, all about transformation, rebirthing. It's like, if something's not working, it'll let you know. It's going to bring up all that's not working so that it can be deconstructed to be reconstructed, rebuilt in a more powerful way. Mercury's conjuncting Venus, and this is a lot more thought about relationships and about love, what we love, how we love. And more, it's about to Mercury conjunct Venus. We might be talking more, expressing more our feelings, wanting to share more deeply with that Venus trine Pluto, deeply the things we're afraid to share, to really reveal the intimate, deep, dark truth that you may not feel in the past comfortable to share, that you're like, I've got to bring it now. I've got to be myself now. And we've got Sun opposition to Jupiter, which Jupiter just expands everything. So it's going to expand more of this flavor of Libra. Out of balance. You're going to feel it. You're going to see it. You're going to know it. you get to change it then. Okay, what else did I want to talk about before I wrap up? I want to get back to my vacation and back to my sweetie. Okay, so I think that was the main thing I wanted to talk about, just the balance. There's so many ways I can go with this. Where are you out of balance? Are you spending time with yourself? I love to make this distinction, especially with my single friends or single clients. The first thing I say is um, learn to be with yourself, and the healthier relationship you have with yourself, the healthier relationship you have in partnership. And so I say, don't say I'm by myself or I'm alone, I'm all by myself. No, you are with yourself. Balance your time, savor your time with yourself. And if you're single, let me just say this to you. You know, whether you're going through a heartbreak, relationship's not working out, and you're really feeling like lonely and you want to be in a relationship, or you're tending a broken heart, like I said, this is a time to really bring your love to you, to heal, to love on yourself and get yourself to that place. The way that you are in relationship with yourself, you're going to teach someone to be in relationship to you. This is a key and a good filter to look through. You might want to journal about this and set new intention about this, but we teach people how to be with us, or we teach people how to treat us, and really to take that further based on how we're treating ourselves. So this is a good time. If you're not in a relationship, cultivate that healthy relationship. Vision for what does a healthy relationship look like. Get clear and know your worth, and bring your soul beauty and honoring who you are, your unique beauty. And if you are in a relationship, this is a time to fine tune, like what could work better? Where are you out of balance a little bit? Where's the time to share your heart a little more deeply, to be bold and share your love? Maybe you're dating someone and you're playing it real safe because don't want to be too vulnerable, don't want to open your heart too wide. But that is how we go into union with someone. We must risk to open our hearts and be ourselves. And when you open your heart and you're yourself, and the other person doesn't resonate to that, they're not your person. But when you open your heart and there's beautiful resonance, that is the gift. That's the gift of love. So I encourage you to open your heart to yourself, to others, and really bring beauty through you as you into the world. We all need more love and more beauty. And that's just my take. This is a really quick video because I gotta get back to my love and celebrating the gift of love. And so share in the comments, if you will, what this video, what opened up in you. What did I speak to something that you're going through right now? Do you have any more questions about this time of the year, this Libra season? Remember to set an intention. And what do you want to cultivate during this new lunar cycle? What seeds of possibilities do you want to plant to bring into culmination in the full moon? So I wish you so much love. Remember, keep your heart open and share your love. Remember to soak in your own love first, so you're not depleting yourself. So there's balance, loving self and giving love outward, balance. So peace be with you during this Libra season, and happy new moon and happy life. All right, take good care, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for being with me. As always, I'm so honored with every like and comment, and just that you would spend some time with me. And I hope always that what I offer is supporting you right where you are in your beautiful unfolding. Okay, bye-bye.